Hi, the purpose of this video is to show students how quizzes work. So I'm going to come here to the Get Started folder and scroll down because we have a syllabus quiz. And the reason that quiz is in quotation marks is because it's not counting as an actual quiz. The purpose of this is, one, to make sure that you understand key components of the syllabus, and two, to give you sort of a test run of what a quiz will be like. So I'm going to click here to the syllabus and quiz in quotation marks here, and that's going to launch the quiz. And you can see this test can be saved and resumed later. Now, the types of quizzes that you're going to do in the future, you cannot save them. You have to do them in a period of time, and you're going to have a little timer that pops up. And you will not have multiple attempts at it. So enjoy this quiz in quotation marks, because that's not how it will be next time around. You'll have one attempt, and you'll have like over a week period of time, but you'll have to complete the quiz within a 70-minute timed block in that period of sometime during that week. So you will hit begin. And you notice here that there's this question completion status with a double arrow chevron is what we call that. And if you click on that, it will show you that there's going to be 10 questions. And you're on question 1, and it shows one question at a time, and the regular quizzes will work the same way. It will show one question at a time. Students have this many attempts at all my IT lab grader assignments. Actually, for grader assignments, I'm going to give you the answer here. This may not be the question that pops up for you, but if you watch this video, you get the bonus of, you do get 2 submissions on my IT lab grader assignments, and there will be videos posted on how you can view your comments and resubmit for a better grade. I'll always take the higher grade. Anyway, that's a future video, but that is the correct question for this. So you'll see that it says saved. I'm going to move on to the next question. I can do that one of 2 ways. You could just go to next question, right? Or you can come up here and just click on question 2. Notice how question 1 now is sort of grayed out. Well, let's say I get to this question, I don't know the answer. I want to move on to question 3, so I'm going to go to question 3. And now maybe I'm not even reading these, but I'm going to move there, and I'm going to say, okay, now I'm going to go on to question 4. And you'll notice here that question 2 is not grayed in, because that's letting you know that that's one that you want to go back to. So the nice thing about that is, at the very end, when you've answered all the questions, you want to make sure they're all gray, that you're not skipping any questions. And if you are, you can just simply go back to that question and then answer it. So once you've done that, once all of the questions are answered, and you save the answer, when you get to the very last question, question 10, you'll see this option of save and submit. And that's what you want to do, but you want to make sure, obviously, that you've answered all of the questions. So that save and submit. Now, if it's a timed test, what will happen is it will just submit as soon as it hits that time block. So if you don't get to answer all the questions, then you're kind of out of luck. So what I typically recommend for a real quiz is you go through and answer all the questions that you absolutely know the answers for. And then pull out your book, pull out your resources, and go back to the ones that you didn't answer and go ahead and answer those. So that's sort of what I recommend for that. So now I'm going to hit save and submit here. And it says, it's nice, it says that they're not submitted. I'm going to say, okay, I know that. And then you can review your results, and if you click OK, it actually is giving you the correct answer here. This won't happen on the regular quiz, but the purpose of this is to make sure that, and please don't, what do I want to say? Please don't cheat here. I want you to use your resources and look for the correct answers. I don't want to see you submit one time, just like I did, and not answer any questions, and then go back and say, oh, this was the correct answer. The questions are also in random order, so that won't quite work out so well for you. But also takes away from the fact that I want you to do a little bit of work and actually look up some of these answers on the syllabus. So I do encourage you, though, to keep submitting as many times as you want until you get that 100. I think that that's worth doing, because the information that I'm posting here is important information for you to know. So that's all you need to know for a quiz. Oh, one other thing, actually. The browser that you're using. I just took this one in Mozilla Firefox. Firefox seems to work well. I know the Blackboard's had intermittent problems with Google and Internet Explorer, which is now Edge, actually. You definitely don't want to use Internet Explorer. Edge and Google Chrome. So if you have a specific browser you use, try it for this quiz. But if you run into problems, then you might want to move over and use Mozilla Firefox. Those of you that are Mac people, let me know how you make out with Safari. I think that will work fine as well, but I honestly don't know. It seems to change. Every semester I teach, different browsers seem to work better with quizzes, so I hate to even recommend one over another, but Firefox always seems to be pretty good. So that's it.